stop what you are doing right now. I need you to understand something before we go any further. You did not find this video by accident. You did not stumble onto this page because you were bored or because the algorithm randomly decided to push this into your feed. No, that is not what happened. What happened is far more intentional, far more precise, and far more powerful than any algorithm created by human hands. God directed your eyes here. He orchestrated this exact moment, the time, the place, the device in your hands, the quiet in the room, or the noise around you. Every single detail was arranged so that you would be sitting exactly where you are right now, reading these words. And He has something urgent to tell you. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready or when your life gets easier. Right now. Because what God is about to release into your life cannot wait. The season you have been crying about, praying about, fasting about, losing sleep about, it is shifting today. And if you stay until the end of this message, you will understand exactly what God is doing, why He allowed you to go through what you went through, and what is about to happen to you in the days ahead. But first, I need you to do one thing. If you believe God sent you this message, if something in your spirit is already confirming what I am saying, type 99 in the comments right now. That 99 is your declaration. It is you telling God, I receive it. I believe it. I am ready. Now let us get into the Word. Part 1. Why God allowed the silence. There is something nobody talks about when they preach about blessings and breakthroughs. They talk about the miracle. They show you the testimony. They celebrate the promotion, the healing, the restoration, the open door. But they skip the part that comes before all of that. The silence, the waiting, the season where heaven feels like it is gone completely quiet, where your prayers feel like they are bouncing off the ceiling, where you are doing everything right, reading the Word, showing up to church, worshiping through the tears, and yet nothing seems to be moving. And in that silence, the enemy starts to whisper. Maybe God forgot about you. Maybe this is as good as it gets. Maybe your faith is not strong enough. Maybe you waited too long. And here's what breaks my heart. So many chosen ones, so many people who were literally handpicked by God for greatness have started to believe those whispers. They have started to pull back, to shrink, to settle. But I'm here today to tell you something, and I need you to let this land deep in your spirit. The silence was never rejection. The silence was preparation. Think about Joseph. That young man had a God-given dream. He saw it clearly. He believed it completely. And then everything that could go wrong went wrong. His own brothers betrayed him. He was thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, lied on by Potiphar's wife, thrown into prison for something he did not do. Year after year after year of silence. No angels appearing, no burning bush, no parting seas. Just silence. And what was God doing during all of that silence? He was positioning Joseph. Every single thing that looked like a setback was actually a set-up. Every prison was actually a palace waiting to be revealed. Every betrayal was redirecting Joseph closer to his destiny, not further away from it. And here's what I need you to understand about your silence. God has not forgotten your name. He has not misplaced your file. He has not overlooked your faithfulness, your sacrifice, your tears, your late nights of prayer, your moments of choosing to trust Him, even when everything around you screamed that trusting Him was foolish. He saw all of it. He recorded all of it, and He is about to repay all of it with interest. The reason your blessing hasn't shown up yet is because God is making sure that when it arrives, you will be ready to carry it, sustain it, and multiply it. He is not delaying your breakthrough. He is protecting it. Part 2. The sign that your season is changing.
Now I want to talk about something very specific, because God told me that there are people watching this message who have been experiencing very particular signs, signs that they have been misreading. They thought these signs meant things were getting worse, but God says these signs mean your season is about to change. Sign number 1, unusual spiritual sensitivity. In the last few weeks, have you felt an unusual stirring in your spirit, a restlessness that you can't quite explain, a sense that something is shifting, even though on the surface nothing looks different? That is not anxiety. That is not depression. That is your spirit responding to movement in the heavenly realm. When God is about to do something significant in your life, He alerts your spirit first. Your spirit knows before your mind can process it. And that unexplainable restlessness you've been feeling, that is God saying, get ready. Something is coming. Sign number 2, old things falling away. Have you noticed that certain relationships have been ending, certain opportunities have been closing, certain doors that you thought you needed have been shutting? I know that feels painful. I know it feels like loss. But God says, I'm not taking things from you. I'm clearing space for what I'm bringing. You can't receive new wine in old wineskins. You can't step into a new season while still carrying the weight of the old one. God is not destroying your life. He is decluttering it. He is removing everything that would distract you, drain you, or delay you from walking fully into what He has prepared. Sign number 3, increased opposition. This one is important. Please hear me on this. If the enemy has been coming at you harder than usual, if the attacks have felt more intense, more personal, more relentless, that is not a sign that you are losing. That is a sign that the
Part 3. What God says is happening to you right now. Let me be very direct, because God gave me specific words for the people who are watching this message, and I am not going to water them down. To the one who has been carrying a burden alone, God sees you. He sees the weight you have been carrying in private, the worry you smile through, the fear you push down, the grief you have not allowed yourself to fully feel because you have had to be strong for everyone around you. He says, you do not have to carry this anymore. Give it to me. I designed you to live free, not weighed down. The burden you were carrying was never yours to hold. And then He says something that I want you to receive deeply. I am sending help. It is already on the way. Before you finish watching this, something has been released in the Spirit on your behalf. To the one who has been waiting for financial breakthrough, God says your season of lack is ending. Not next year, not someday. He says He is shifting things now, in this season, in these coming days. He is opening doors that no man can close. He is connecting you to people, opportunities, and resources that are going to restructure your financial reality in ways that will leave people around you in shock. But He also says this, and this is critical. Do not despise the small beginnings of what I am sending. The seed I am planting right now looks small, but do not measure it by what you see today. Measure it by what I have already declared over your future. To the one who feels forgotten and overlooked, I hear God saying this so clearly, and I need you to receive it without dismissing it. I have never taken my eyes off of you, not for a single moment, not in your worst failure, not in your deepest shame, not in your most rebellious season. My eyes have always been on you because you are mine, and I'm about to show you and everyone who doubted you exactly who I created you to be. Get ready. The people who wrote you off are about to watch God write your comeback story. Part 4. The assignment on your life. I need to address something that some of you have been questioning privately. You've been wondering, why does it feel like my life is supposed to mean something more? Why do I feel like there is a calling on me that I cannot fully see or understand?
That feeling is not your imagination. That pull is not random. You were chosen before you were born. Jeremiah 1 verse 5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." God did not create you to simply exist. He did not put breath in your lungs just so you could go through the motions of life, pay bills, and eventually die. He created you with a specific assignment, a specific purpose, a specific impact that only you can make in the generation you were born into. And here's why the enemy has fought you so hard. He knows your assignment. He has always known it. And from the moment you were born, he has been working to convince you that you are ordinary, unqualified, too broken, too late, or too small to fulfill what God placed inside of you. Every lie he told you about yourself was strategic. Every insecurity he planted was intentional. Every time he convinced you to shrink, to stay silent, to play small, he was trying to neutralize the threat that your purpose represents to his kingdom. But God says, not anymore. The lid is coming off. The restraints are being removed. The season of hiding, shrinking, and playing small is over. God is about to push you into visibility, into influence, into spaces and rooms you never could have entered on your own. He is going to give you a voice that carries weight, a presence that shifts atmospheres, and a testimony that breaks chains in other people's lives. You are not ordinary. You were chosen, and your time is now.
Part 5. What you must do to receive what God is releasing. This is where many people miss their moment. They receive the word. They feel the confirmation in their spirit. They get excited, and then they go back to their regular life and do nothing differently. And the blessing that was moving in their direction gets delayed because they were not positioned to receive it. I do not want that to happen to you, so let me give you very specific, practical steps. Step 1. Receive it by faith right now. Before you do anything else, before you finish watching this, before you close this tab, before you move on with your day, take 30 seconds and say this out loud. I receive what God has declared over my life. I believe that my season is shifting. I declare that I am chosen, I am favored, and I am ready for what God is releasing. I will not shrink back. I will not give up. I receive it by faith right now. That declaration matters. Faith is not passive, it is active. And speaking the word over your own life is one of the most powerful things you can do. Step 2. Protect your peace. In this season, you cannot afford to let negativity contaminate your spirit. You cannot afford to spend hours consuming content, engaging with people, or entertaining thoughts that pull you away from what God is doing. This is not the time to be distracted. This is the time to be focused, aligned, and expectant. Guard your peace like it is the most valuable thing you own, because in this season, it is. Step 3. Take the next step. Sometimes people wait for God to do everything miraculously while they sit completely still, but God usually moves in partnership with your obedience. There is something He has already shown you to do, a step you have been hesitating to take, a prayer you have been too afraid to pray, a conversation you have been avoiding, a decision you have been delaying. Take the step. God cannot steer a parked car. He moves with your movement. Take the step and watch how He meets you in it. Step 4. Stay connected to the Word. I cannot stress this enough. In a season of transition and acceleration, you need an anchor. You need something that keeps you grounded when things start moving fast, when the blessing arrives and suddenly everything is changing, when new tests come with the new level. The Word of God is that anchor. Stay in it. Read it daily. Let it renew your mind, strengthen your faith, and remind you of who God says you are, especially on the days when the enemy tries to make you forget. Step 5. Share this word. If this message spoke to you, if something in your spirit confirmed it, share it.
You never know who in your circle is on the edge of giving up, who needs to hear this exact word at this exact moment. God sends messengers, but He also uses people to carry the message forward. You could be the reason someone else holds on long enough to see their breakthrough. Part 6. Your testimony is being written. I want to close with this. 1 year from now, maybe even 1 month from now, you are going to look back at this moment and you are going to understand why God brought you to this video today. You are going to see how the pieces fit together. You are going to understand the silence. You are going to see why the losses were necessary, why the delays were protective, why the pain was purposeful. And you are going to have a testimony that shakes people, a story that gives others permission to believe God again, a life that stands as evidence that He is real, that He is faithful, that He does not abandon His chosen ones, no matter how dark the valley gets. Your story is not over. In fact, the best chapters have not even been written yet. God is picking up the pen right now, and what He is about to write over your life is going to be so extraordinary, so undeniable, so beyond what you could have planned for yourself, that the only explanation will be God. Hold on, keep believing, keep praying, keep your eyes on Him, because this, right now, is the moment everything starts to change.